What up, model world? How y'all doing out there, man? It's your boy T, and I'm the host of Model Out Custom. And here on Model Out Custom today, we'll be doing the AMT's 1994 Chevy Camaro Z28 SS. Let's get to it. What up, what up, what up? We back, man. Let's get right into it, man. Let's dive right in. And I'd like to just say, man, hope everybody's out there blessed and in good health, man. Now I'm sending my blessings to you, man. And whatever you're going through, let's stay prayed up. Okay, let's get right into this, man. Today, I just want to say that uh send my shout out to all my pioneers, man. Let me get this list right here for y'all right quick, cause I always give a shout out to people that paved the way. You know what I mean? Let me give a shout out to Hippie Guys Workshop, Dr. Cranky, Longwood Customs. That's Don Hoyce. Rest in peace. My condolences go out to the family. Scale Riders 494 Life, Big Chris at NSAK, uh, NSAK, that's Never Stop Always Customs. Lucas C over there at Hobby Headquarters, Barbados Rex, and the International Workbench. All these guys out here, and I got some new people like Model Car Museum, like what I forgot his name, the older guy. He, I give a shout out to him too. And these guys inspired me. I looked on YouTube and saw how these guys doing these models. I always wanted to get into the hobby, and I did, man. And I always like to send a shout out to my pioneers, people who inspired me to do this. So let's get right into it, man. Today we have the Z28, man. Chevy Camaro Z28, man. And I chose this car because like it just I haven't seen that. I ran into it, like I've been seeing a lot of kids. I go to this hobby store called Hawks out of Maryville, Indiana. And I met his wife. She's also a model. She's more of a diorama person. Not too much of the models, but excuse me, I'm drinking water. They great people, man. I'm talking about then every time I go in there, me and what's Josiah, we talk about a lot of things, man, and he introduced me to new products, and he has line of paint in there, but I only get specific paints when I want to do specific things. But I'll go there from time to time, and I haven't been there in a while, but I'm about to make me a visit. It's time for me to get something I ain't never saw before. But yeah, today we're gonna be building the 1994 Camaro Z28 SS, and you can make it in regular version or SS version. And the only difference is on the SS is, I don't know if y'all see my cursor, is the hood has a scoop. The other hood has a scoop on it, a breather on the front of it. And the wing, like the wing on here is straight. The wing on the back is straight. And the SS wing curves in the back, which I'm going to show you. So without further ado, I have a little information on the Z28 that I like to share with you, man. And I don't only want to just show you how I build it, but I also want to give you a little info on the car as well. So, 1994 Camaro Z28 SS. The fourth generation of Camaro is a pony car that was produced by American automotive manufacturer, General Motors. GM, we call it GM, General Motors. Now, for the 1993 to 2002 model years. It was introduced on an updated F-body platform, or the F platform, but retained the same characteristics since the first generation back in 1967. It came like a two-door and a 2+2 seat, a coupe with the optional T-top roof, or a convertible body style. It came with rear wheel drive and a choice of a OHV V6 or V8 engine. OHV, overhead valve, V6 valve, V valve, a V6, a V valve engine. Well, V is valve 6 valve or whatever how you gonna say it. But the V6 comes with two camshafts that share three on each side, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm you correct me if I'm right, leave comment. But the V8, it shares two in each cam, in each, like 2, 4, 6, a row of four. A row of four comes two, shares two in each one, 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. And the Camaro was revised in the 1998 with both interior and engine changes. GM discontinued the production of the fourth generation of Camaros due to slow sales. And I kind of recall because my boy and them went and bought, they was cousins, they went and bought twin Camaro drop top. And I could say I did not see a lot, like they was the only one that I knew had them. I didn't see them like always. I don't never see them like on the streets all the time. You barely run them, still see them today. You know, just like back then. So the high performance Z28 model came with the rectangular dual exhaust tips to distinguish its form from the base model. Now these cars came in 5 different engine types, your choice or whatever you prefer. Number one was the 207 cubic engine, 3.4 liter L32 V6, kicked out about 160 horsepower. And the second one is the 231 cubic engine, 3.8 liter L36 V6. They kicked out about 205 horsepower. And you have 350, which came in two kinds. You had the 350 cubic engine, 5.7 liter LT1 V8, which kicked out around 275 horsepower to 305 horsepower. And you had the second one, that's a 250 cubic engine, 5.7 liter also, that's an LT4 with a V8 that kicked out around 330 horsepower. Then they made up one that was sort of in between, but I guess it was better performance. It's a 346 cubic engine, probably made it small. That's probably the new one of today, the last one. And it's a 5.7 liter LS1 V8 that kicks out around 305, 330 horsepower. Now, transmissions came in 3 styles. It came in a 4-speed automatic, came in a 5-speed manual, and a 6-speed manual. So that's a little info that you probably can use that I thought I would love to share. But let's jump right into things, man. Let's jump right into it. Okay. Yeah, but I really enjoyed this kid, man. Everything like went together, all the parts, the great detailing. Now, let me tell y'all this. I am not an AMT fan. I am not. I'm sorry. I am not an AMT fan. I just don't. I never really got into. I mean, I do AMT kits. Not, don't get me wrong, I do 'em. If it's a car that I want to do, I could make it to my likings. You know what I mean? But the detailing on some of AMT kits is not up to par. Like my favorite kits are Tamiya, Reveal, okay, but I like Tamiya. Most of the foreign like kits are more. I like them because they're more detailed. You know what I mean? But Reveal is my number one. Let me see. Monogram, MPC. I done them all, man. Almost, man. It's just the overseas one is what I'm really trying to get into. You know, because Reveal, like most of the time, I'm really finding the same kits over and over. But there's some kits like the SS, Chevy SS, not the Nova SS, it's, Chevy Chevelle SS. That's my favorite car. Like I done like three of them. You know, I keep wanting to do the SSs, but I love sports cars. I love luxury cars. So we'll see what we gonna bring. But one day I'm gonna let y'all see my whole collection of what I did. Now, here we go. I ain't mean to take that off. Sorry. Here we go right here. Here's I don't know why I had that with the speakers and stuff on. I have no idea why I had that. I'm pretty sure y'all can hear me from this. I don't like to have two of them because sometimes you'll get that echo. Excuse me. So as y'all can see, I painted. Here's almost everything what need to be. I don't really put the little bitty pieces like the mirrors that go inside of the side mirrors and stuff like that. It didn't come with a rear view mirror. It didn't. I don't know why. Don't ask me. AMT. It did not come with a rear view mirror on the sprue. So okay, let's get right to it. I painted the chassis. I painted the chassis all black. I use craft paint, water-based paints because I'm in the inside. In Chicago, it get cold, so I won't do my models in the winter as well. And I do them inside. So I use varnishes and stuff like that. Something that's not really chemical wise because I'm in the inside. So that's what I use. I use craft paints and sometimes I use Jacqueline paints as well. Um, so yeah, I painted the chassis in like an all black craft paint by Anita's gloss. Then I dull coated it. I sprayed it with the what is that? Krylon matte finish. And then I dry brushed it with a metallic gray. And a little bit after that, I did the edges with Model Talk, pens. I have a refill and I put a little bit on my paint thing and I dry brushed it the edges to make it look real metal. So the bottom of it look real steel. You can see it look like it's steel from here. It don't even look like a piece of plastic. But if I flip it over, it'll be all white. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reality of this modeling thing. I love to make it look real. Like that's what caught my eye. Because sometimes you could take pictures outside from an angle low, the car will look like it's a real car. Now, I have some pictures on here that's gonna look real, but I had to step my professional photography up a little bit. Yeah, but let's finish. I I painted everything black. Painted everything black with the I used the 2X Rust-Oleum primers when I use black. Flat black or black, I use them. So I won't have to add primer to my little pieces. I spray them all while they on the sprue. I don't take no one by one. I spray them all while they on the sprue. When I prime it, I spray everything on the sprue as is. And then take it off and sand it in. Get the edges right there and I paint it. Yeah, I painted these in silver, some of these with Molotov, some of them with the craft paint metallic. And yeah, and I painted the firewall. That's that Jacqueline's metallic red. It's it's for it's for airbrushes. You don't have to. Hey, I like Jack. You don't have to mix nothing. Straight out the bottle, put it in the thing where I think I had a 3.5, a point three needle. I had a point 0.5 needle and I use a point 0.8 needle. I use point 0.5 and a point 0.8. My point 0.8 is for to paint cars with. My point 0.5 needle or my point 0.3 needle that I use in my water spray is and by the way I use the Iwata TR trigger TRN1. I use that one and I got this Masters spray gun that was cheap, like $60 on Amazon, and it works great. I'm talking about it worked better than my water, man. My water giving me problems. I gotta keep buying the needle nose, like the thing in the front, the little needle thing in the front, not the needle, that little thing that the needle go through, little thing that the needle go through and it be sticking out. That part right there, the needle nozzle, yeah, the little needle nozzle. I had to keep replacing them, and I don't never drop it. Just always break up at the tip of it. But anyway, yeah. So I painted the car in a Jacqueline red and a metallic black, craft paint mixed with airbrush paint, but it went on smooth. You don't have to put 3, 4 coats of craft paint. When you use craft paint, you only probably need 2 coats, light coats at that. When they go on, they go on. Like I mix mine, they go on, it covers good, and about 1-to-1 ratio on that. I'm gonna show y'all how I mix them in another video. But yeah, let's move on. This is assembly. Let's move on to I'm gonna give you a picture of what I think I should show you in this video. So let's go on. Let me show you the next picture. What we got here? Okay, I'm gonna show you the tub. Show you the tub. And here we go. The interior I did with a black craft paint and Angela's metallic red. I've masked off the seats and the door panels. I did all them. I masked them all off. It's time for me to step my game up. Most of the time I paint them all one color and probably the details and Molotov pen or something like that, but I never masked it off. I got a steady enough hand to like paint without like masking things off. But I wanted this to be crisp and neat, and I didn't want it to have no flaws or keep starting over. You know what I mean? So I did that. I painted the middle console red and black, as you can see. And I got another picture I got another picture where it's turned around with the dashboard intact. Where did I do that? Right here, as you can see, I tried to imitate that what they call it. I forgot the name of that that what's the name of that? I'll find out. But the back of the seats, you see how I did it a little. I got the little ribbon that I put on there, and I sprayed it to get texture type, the little texture type look on the back of the seats. But I'm trying. I'm just really experimenting things, and but it came out pretty cool, man. And then I used my gel pens to decorate the panels on the dashboard, and as you can see, it came out pretty good, man. Did pretty good, man. Let's move on to the next. Okay, let's move on to the next. I didn't put these in order, so I got the light. I got the light really. Here's a picture of let me see. Should I give y'all that? I don't know what. I took so many photos of this thing, man, that I'm gonna give y'all another angle of that. Here's another angle of the butt of the interior panel. Now it looks a little more. You see, I got all the decals that went on. I mean, the barometer, the speed barometer, everything, the decal is in there. I started to do a wood grain, but I was figuring if I did a wood grain, then I would have to do steering wheel. Then I would have to do some of the middle console with a wood grain. But I just didn't wanna I didn't wanna do that. You know what I mean? So it probably didn't look right with the red and black anyway. So that's that. Let's move on. I really enjoyed this kit, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. I really enjoyed this kit. Now, this give y'all some of these views of when I how I painted the inside of the motor part. There you go, right there. It had, and then again, y'all outdid yourself a little bit. Y'all just need a little bit more on the decal side, but it had a lot of decals, like a lot of decals. Even the little bitty thing had decals, like the little bitty things in the engine compartment, where under the hood, the little bitty like screw off, reservoirs or whatever, all had decals, man. And I like that, man. Keep doing that. I love full body detail with the decals. I love the decals, man. Decal bring it out, man. So if y'all can, please upgrade them decals to like, when you get other like overseas models, you get like big things or decals, and you get to choose different things you want. That's what I like when I see it. That little bitty piece of decals, I'll be like, oh man, now I got to put some twist to it. But most of the time, I print my own decals out, and I do that too. Get my own decals and print it up. And it's a mistake I made. Let me get right to where I ran into some problems. Where I ran into some problems. me show y'all where I ran into some problems. Now, this right here, this right here. Now, after I paint, I like to seal my paint in before I put my 2K clear on it. I matted this and from experience. I never had this happen before, but it happened. I sprayed too heavy. You cannot spray too heavy, nothing. Like that's a big no-no. Like spraying heavy, and I made a mistake in like one trying to rush. Like I told you, I had to have more patience. Like and take my time. I supposed to put the light mist on there first, then came back with a more heavier mist, not a heavier, and then the last you cover. That's what I supposed to did. But me wanting to get on here and show y'all this car so bad that, but I'm gonna stop doing it. However long it take me to make part two, part three, whatever. This is part two, and it'll always be a part one and a part two. It will not be no 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I'm gonna give it to you in the sweetest term. I'm not gonna show y'all how I spray paint. Everybody know how to spray paint. So, but if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Or be peaceful with that. Be peaceful with that. I mean, but it's your build. You do it your way. Ain't nobody. It's no wrong way. And when you build, do it your way. Be happy. Have fun. That's what it's about. I don't patronize nobody or patronize or you know the word. I don't patronize nobody work. Whatever you do and how you do it, I commend you. I don't never say nobody's stuff is, even if you're not the greatest painter. Or I done seen cars where it wasn't painted good, but it was a good build. You know, it was nice looking, but it wasn't as fancy as others. But it was nice. So I don't care about the mess ups or whatever. If I love to see y'all build. I look at plenty people channel. I don't just look at mine. I look at everybody's. But yeah, I don't spray that on heavy like that. I learned my lesson. I got a little hazing in the paint, and you know I clear matted it with the lights in the back and fogged them up, but them came back. You know, once I got some 2K lights, some 2K that got like a fingernail polish thing in it, and I used that for my little pieces to do them, to coat them with, and stuff like that. And another little secret I need to tell y'all about the Molotov pens. When you when you when you put the Molotov pens on in chrome, if you want it to stay chrome, you cannot coat, you cannot spray it. You cannot seal it. Like if you put a seal on it, it's gonna turn to the aluminum cup. That's what I do when I want the aluminum. I spray it with that chrome Molotov pen, then I seal it. It'll automatically turn to like aluminum. It'll look straight aluminum. That's a good secret I learned. That's something I learned about that too. Now, let's go into. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, okay, okay. I just learned another little trick on my joint. Okay, let's get right into it, man. And I'm gonna show y'all some of these professional pictures that I took, man, of it being. I had to find a way to make my photos look, a little bit better. Now I ain't no professional, but I had to do some homework, I had to do some research on how to make my pictures a little more better. And I use my phone. I use my phone because camera broke. I mean, well, Son broke my camera. I bought me a 4K camera, and he made a mistake and broke the charging port on it. And I got to get me another camera. My nephew said he got it for me. So he had a couple of them, so we never used. But yeah, I want y'all to check out the final review of the Z28 SS Chevy Camaro, man. Let's check this thing out. Here we go. Bam! Hey, that thing nice, ain't it, man? That thing nice, ain't it? I done, I can actually say with AMT, only thing I didn't, the pros and cons. Let's talk about the pros and cons about this here bill. One, I didn't like the way the wheel configuration went, because it's a part on the wheel that it says don't glue, but you need to glue it. And it's a little circle part that go on the back rim part of the wheel. Man, I wish I would have left the instructions out. But it's a back part of the wheel. It's a little circle part that go in the middle. They say don't glue it, but it don't stay there. It doesn't stay there. So I had to glue that piece on. And that's another thing with AMT. Y'all instructions gotta get a little better. Got to get a little better, man. Take your time. I mean, we are consumers. Make these things for us. Explain a little bit more better. We shouldn't have to figure it out. It should be explained the right way. It says no glue, when you have to glue that piece on there. It's not gonna just stay there. I tried it. It said no glue. I'm like, well, how's it gonna stay on for the wheel piece, that little piece to go inside that little hole? You have to glue it. So that was another thing I saw wrong on the instruction panel. Okay, now another thing. I This is the honest to God truth. I have the worst time in the world with the windows. I always seem to not get the windows right. It's either get glue on them, or I mess them up, or scratch them up, or I have to find a better way, or not to use just not my fingers or nothing at all. I have to find a way to use some type of technique I have to come up with to not touch the windows, like without my hands. Can't do it. Not gonna happen because I mess up every time. Me and windows, it's like water and milk or something. I mean, like water and oil don't mix. It's just like me and them windows. I got to get that. That's the main thing that I've been trying to get. But it seems like on every kit, I almost mess up all the windows. So if you see my model's tinted, that means I messed up. And you can do the 1, 2, 3 step novice, the novice 3, 2 step. I have that. I just didn't feel it. And I do polish and wax my cars, but this one I did not do none of it. I did not polish it. I did not do nothing. I just clear coated it and buffed it with some glass clear. Man, it came out perfect, man. I mean, this car here, man. This is one of my best paint. Not one of my best, because I did a low ride. They said you can't do low rider paint. You can't do low rider layers with that low rider paints where you got to do layer after layer. You can't do that with craft paint. I proved them wrong. I did one. My El Camino, y'all gonna see it. My Chevy El Camino SS. I did one with craft paint and came out pretty good to me. So, to each his own. If don't do it unless you try. I mean, don't say something not gonna work unless you try it. It probably didn't work for you, but it's ways to do things. You have to thin craft paint to where it's smooth, not thick. Going thick, of course you can't layer it because it's gonna mess up the detail. So you gotta keep it thin as you can, but not so thin to where it runs. That's the consistency you gotta give with the craft paint. Now, let's go on to some more pictures, man. Hey, that's a nice picture for. Hey, I had to tell you, man. That's a nice picture, man. That's a nice picture there, man. Okay, let me see what else I got for you. Yeah, there's another shot. Here's another shot for you from up above side, man. And the wheels turn. Suspect. I love when y'all do that. Y'all make it to where the wheels can turn. I love that. As you can see right there in the front, the wheel is turned a little bit. That is turned to your left, I mean to your right. And decals went on smooth. But don't put this nothing. Don't put this wing in the back on until you have sealed the paint under there. Because when I put that on first, and then try to put the decals, and then try to seal it. But this blocked the seal like up in here, all up in there. And like oh by the back where the convertible come down at that back trunk on the top of the trunk is it all the paint came off right here when I was doing the decals. All the paint came off. So I had to get all the paint off and then sand it till it was smooth and even. Then I repainted. I didn't have to do the whole back over with a whole cough. I found ways to not do all that. So that was that was it. Remember to seal your paints in with craft paints because water or any liquid substance will make it rub right off. Rub right off. So make sure y'all seal your paint in and then put your decals on. I don't put my clear coat on until I seal my decal, seal my paint, then put my decals on. Then I clear coat it. Make sure all is dust free. Use dust free cloths. Always use that. Now, let's move on to the next one. I really don't have to take that off. I really don't have to. Oh, yes, I do, because I got them all mixed up and I might make a mistake and bring something else up on y'all, man. And y'all be like, well, what is that? You know what I'm saying? Because I got pictures of y'all I don't want nobody to see. You know what I'm saying? And one of them come up, y'all be, oh my God, what is he doing? Okay, here's a nice shot. Here's a nice shot. This is from the front. Took that long way in, as you can see. I painted the headlights with a transparent blue. Did the same for the lights under the scoop. In the lower spoiler. And I'm gonna tell you something. Everything went together with this. Everything. This the first car I had where the hood really went together, like closed and everything. Man, this kit was amazing. MT, y'all outdid yourself. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. And I just say this kit just went together perfect. Everything fitted, and I'm trying to see if I can remember anything that I really didn't like about it. And like I say, I really didn't find nothing bad, except the things I run into, like the window. I always have problems with that. And then, like, I found out that you can't, I put on a little too much heavy matte clear on there and it hazed up. And I should have just repainted it or whatever, but I did. So, with the final, let's get a little rotation on this thing so y'all can see I'm taking professional pictures. I like to make them look professional. I got to get the only thing I got to do is get my new camera so I look professional. I got this little cheap old webcam, man, but my other camera broke. But I get another one. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go see about that thing today too, man. So let's do a little final picture review. You know what I mean? Let's get a little something going so we can check this final review. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I don't own the copyright to this music, but I just want y'all to listen to a little bit of this music, and I'm gonna let that run. You know what I mean? Let a little music run while we check this out, man. I got a little something where I put that thing on a turntable. No, it's not. Oh, yes. Ooh, come on, baby, let's go. See, there you go, man. So let's get that final review on that thing, man. Here we go with that final review. You see, I ain't too good with computers, y'all. Just bear with me. So, I would like to say, man, I'll wipe my hands with, not even wipe my hands. I just got to applaud AMT. I applaud AMT on this one. This the first AMT kit I did. No, I did a challenge. My first kit I did was a 1967, 60 something challenge. That one was good. I just didn't know what I was doing at the time, so I made it out. I welded it and made it look like a junkyard car. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of that too. I'm gonna have it in my upcoming videos. All all the models I did, and I will tell y'all what brought me to do it, painted in that characteristic or in that type of color. So I thank y'all, man. You know what I'm saying, for tuning in, man. This was the 1994 Chevy Camaro convertible, man. And like I said, this kit was amazing, man. Go out and copy one, man. I got this. I think I got this off. No, I got this at Hawks. I got this at Hawks. So yeah, I got this at Hawks, man. And oh, he got he got some steep prices, but you gotta pay for what you want. You know what I mean? And like I said, I love this hobby, man. It helps me with my, it helps me. I have like went into depression real bad at a point in time. You know, both of my moms died. Like I had adopted moms, biological mom died just a couple of years last year. It'll be a year next month that she died. I think she died October the 28th of last year. And the year before that, my 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 adopted mama, she died in November. I think November like 20 something. You know, and a year later, my real mom's died. So I was like in a dark place, depression, and then I had real bad divorce. So you know, but I'm in a real good place now, man. I got God saving out of this world, man, mind blowing. So I've been able to bounce back. That's why I really ain't been putting out no 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 product, man. That's why I ain't been putting out no content because like I just couldn't find my way back. Now I'm back, man. All I'm saying is you like this. Thanks for watching, man. Hit the smash button. I mean, hit the like button, smash that like button. And man, subscribe to your boy, man. I got plenty more. I got plenty more. I got a lot of more. But I've been building, but I just ain't been posting anything. But we gonna get right to it. We gonna get right to it. And I thank y'all. I thank y'all for watching. Y'all be safe. Bless y'all.